Good day! This is the same video about C# course exam as previous one, but in English for my foreign students. First of all, you need to download person.cs file and download people.json file, and then add your task to the code as comment. In this example, we see that we need to implement select, element add and skip while methods. You can create your own implementation of any overloading of these methods. As you know, most of these methods have more than one overloading. You have to make your own implementation at least of one of them. You can create your own custom class and call it myLink. And then to simplify testing, you can add prefix my to each method. And this is example of acceptable realization. Of course, you can add some checks for nullability. And in case when source or selector is null, you can throw an exception, and you have to write realization for next two methods. Then you need to compare results of your methods with the results from link methods. You can create any enumerable for that, for example array or list. If result of your method is enumerable, you need to use sequence equal. If it's singular value, you can use equals. And you can add something like this. Also, if it's possible, you can use equality operator instead of equals method. Now we need to read people.json file and deserialize it to any collection, list, array, hash set, or anything else. For that you can use standard JSON serializer from .NET or use Newtonsoft.json. Now we have to keep only those people whose surnames have less than 7 letters. And we can use simple where method. Now this new collection we have to order by dev date and then by ID. Now we need to check whether all of them have letter P in their surnames. And we can check for capital P as well as for lowercase p. Or you can pass compare to this function, string compare which ignores case. Now we need to get element by index 89 or default value if this element doesn't exist, and then print these two results. And then we need to skip 99 elements. And in the end you have to select how many months people lived. You can just take total days and divide it by 30. And then we have similar task but with different requirements. There we have to keep only those whose weight is more than 21 kilo. And then sort them by motherland and then by weight. Now we have to check each surname for letter X. If at least one has letter X, as a result we will get true. And now we have to take element by index 89 and immediately print the results. Skip 49 elements and select concatenated birth date and death date by space. And the last step is printing these results to different files. You can save them as txt file or as JSON file, this is up to you. You need to run your code, ensure that this code works properly, and submit your solution file and result files to the Moodle. And your exam will be done. Good luck!